First, the quiz video of every first overall draft pick ever. But today we doing a tier ranking of every first overall pick since the year of 2000, just the year of 2000. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, comment more video ideas, tier lists, quizzes, reactions, whatever. I just don't want to just do reactions because, like I say, some of those be getting claimed sometimes. Putting in that hard work just for it to get claimed, that ain't the move sometimes. But anyway, let's get right into the list. First up, we have John Wall. John Wall has had a really good career so far, in my opinion. On the Wizards, he was nice. Probably arguably the fastest player in the league. He was nice. He hadn't really played much this year, and injuries kind of hold him back the last couple of years. We're gonna say he's been really good. And yes, I couldn't find one with Anthony Edwards. This was the best one that I could have found. And I changed possible Hall of Fame, and above that was LeBron James category. LeBron James would have been in a category by itself. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just possible Hall of Fame, because some of these people like Yao Ming is already a Hall of Famer. And LeBron James is arguably the greatest player of all time. I'm not here to get into that argument. It could be 1A, 1B for all I care between him and Jordan. So it's like I'm not gonna give him his own category if it's just gonna be him. And the bust category wasn't called bust. It was called Anthony Bennett. And I was like, let me just call it bust, because there's plenty of busts on. Well, not plenty. There's a few busts on this list. Not just him. Yao Ming. He's already a Hall of Famer, so yeah. Cat. Well, I think Yao Ming, for the most part, he had a really good career. Injuries held him back from to see what he really could have been. Another thing about Yao Ming is it's probably safe to say he's the reason that basketball is as big as it is in China. So that impact alone would have him be a Hall of Famer, even if he wasn't already. Karl-Anthony Towns. He's been really good so far for his career. Prayers up to that man, because he's been going through it because of what's going on in the world. Can't say that word on YouTube because YouTube be flagging down videos out of context. And then the community say that Kenyon Martin's been very disappointing. I say he had an average career. Kenyon Martin was nice. He drafted the first overall pick of the 2000 draft. People say that's like one of the worst drafts of all time. I honestly don't know. So matter of fact, I'll look up who all was drafted in the year of 2000, because like I said, that's a common theme, that the year 2000 draft was pretty bad. But Kenyon Martin had an average career. The best player drafted was Kenyon Martin. Hedo Turkoglu. Okay, that draft class was not that good. Yeah, let's be real. That draft class, it's okay though. Every draft class can't be great. I guess people been putting Greg Oden in bust, but I say disappointing because injuries held that man back. We don't know what he could have been. One of the greatest center. Well, I'm stretching it. He could have been a good center. He probably, who knows? He could have been in the possible. Maybe we don't know because injuries held that man back. Markelle Fultz. I'm gonna put him in the it's too early to tell, because at first he would have been in the disappointing because of his first couple of years. Then this past year he came out hooping, got injured, and that's what held him back. And then like injuries, he got in the league, played in Philly, lost his jump shot. I don't know. I just feel like he's been okay. He's been so up and down. I don't want to put him in disappointing because he's beyond that. And then next up, we got DeAndre Ayton. He's really good in my opinion. So far, he's been playing well. He's proven why he's a first overall pick caliber guy. The only problem is Luka and Trae Young happen to be in the same draft class as him. So that's the only problem. Like, being drafted next to Luka and Trae Young ain't really the move. Because like he's had a good career. Now I think people get that misconception like, oh, the Suns should have drafted Luka or Trae Young. But I feel like this year really showed Aiden. Aiden got his touches this year, playing with a good point guard in Chris Paul. This is what he needed for him. D Rose, possible Hall of Famer. He had people gonna say, "Oh, one season," because D Rose been getting slandered a lot lately, like by the younger fans, because a lot of those younger fans just look at the stats. And then the stats tell the whole story. They look at D Rose MVP season and be, oh, he's overrated, and hadn't seen a lick of a game. They might have seen a couple highlights of him getting a few dunks here and there and be like, oh, he's a glorified Westbrook. That's another thing that I heard, being involved with the Twitter community, locker room, all of that. People's like, oh, he's just a glorified Russell Westbrook. No. It's one of those situations you had to be there to see it. And he's an MVP, so that's why I'm like, youngest MVP in NBA history at that. So I'm saying possible Hall of Famer, because I don't know if he has the accolades to be a full-out Hall of Famer yet, but yeah. Anthony Bennett, bust. I don't know why. I don't know. People, I guess the Cavs had high expectations for him, but I wonder what did they see in him, because on most draft boards he was ranged from 8th to 10th. 8. Well, he was still a lottery player, so to speak, but he was not first overall pick material. Nerlens Noel and Victor Oladipo was expected to be one of those dudes was expected to be first. Next we got Bogut, which Victor Oladipo and LeBron on the same team, looking at it, because LeBron returned to Cleveland. Kyrie, Victor Oladipo, and LeBron James on the same team. That would have been so tough. Andrew Bogut, he had an average career as well. Anthony Davis, Hall of Fame. I think if he retires, he has enough All NBA teams and all of that to be a Hall of Famer. Kwame Brown, I'm not even gonna rave on you, boss. Not gonna lie, you're not the worst, boss. Anthony Bennett's worse than you, but you a bust too. Just don't dig up no history on me, please. That's all I ask. Yeah. Andrea Bargnani. People say he's a bust, but I say he's been more so disappointing, because he had a year averaging 20 points per game. I'd say he's been disappointing compared to what his expectations were to be, but he's had a year averaging 20 points, and I can't put him in bust tier because of that. Next up we have, who is this? Okay, I gotta come back to this one, because I can't really see who it is. My eyes, man. Ben Simmons, he's really good. People overreact to the fact that he can't shoot, but he does everything else right. He's a solid playmaker. Well, great playmaker, actually. Great defensive player. All defensive type material. Oh, that's Dwight Howard. I had to look it up. Yeah, that's Dwight Howard. My bad. But back to Ben Simmons. He's a great defensive player. Does it all in defensive end. And finishing is there. It's just he can't shoot, so people overreact to that. Dwight Howard, I know he's a journeyman now, dribbling from team to team every year. Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer, though. Defensive Player of the Year. People forgot he was hooping in Orlando. Top 3 player in the league. Some would even say second best in the league, but the top 3 was a lot. The order was different for everybody. LeBron, Dwight, Kobe. Top 3 player in the league in his prime. Man, he was nice. Blake Griffin. He not gonna lie, he came into the league known as just a dunker. And it was like, oh, can this game really translate over? Because he's just a dunker. He's just a dunker. He improved over time. And I feel like he's a possible Hall of Famer because I would argue the Clippers had more culture in the Lob City days than they do now. Lob City era in LA with the Clippers, like people became Clippers fans because of him. Like, ask the average Clippers fan who's not from LA, they're gonna say I've been a fan since Lob City, and most of them are telling the truth because Blake Griffin was gave them a new hope. Next we have LeBron James, top 2 player all time. Like I say, I don't care to have that debate, but yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, no questions asked. Andrew Wiggins, people like to say he's a bust as well, but I just say I won't even put him in disappointing. I say he's average. I just say people had unrealistic expectations for Andrew Wiggins. Like, he was compared to Kobe Bryant. I believe Kobe Bryant was the main comparison. And I feel like people should not do these like unrealistic expectations on players. Because let's say Andrew Wiggins didn't have the hype coming out of high school surrounding him. We look at him as an average NBA player in today's game, but due to hype, he's considered a bust. But I just said a bust. I don't consider him a bust. I consider these two the only 2 busts on here. Kyrie Irving, possible Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer yet, but he's a possible Hall of Famer. Always in some kind of controversy, but he's a possible Hall of Famer. He got a ring in Cleveland, and he might win a ring this year but he's on a super team. So, alright, Zion Williamson, he's been really good so far. Proud of him putting on for the 803. But anyways, this is my list. You could pause it and give me your thoughts on my list, and comment some things you would change about this list if there's anything you would change. But I like the way the overall look of my list. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Road to 200, and we out. Peace.